Hi everybody, how are you? Welcome to my sewing room. I'm Angela. You're in quarter-inch seam. Quarter-inch seam. Can't get my words out today. And I'm so glad you're here because I felt like sewing for a little bit and I was hoping you'd come by. So there you are. And I still sound a little raspy and I don't know why. Oh well. If you saw my little live yesterday, my unintentional live, this pattern, hold on, I get asked for it all the time. Okay, ready? Free Spirit Butterfly Garden Quilt. Now, the way that she did it here is very different from the way that well, I shouldn't say it's way different, but this one was done and it's very rainbowy and kind of like some iridescent colors and things going on. Mine is not like that at all. Mine is, I also didn't do the little snowball corners. See how the little corners are snowballed? I didn't do that. Here's what I did. I used this fabric. I was in a lot of wet. I love it. So there's that. And then I did just really simple kind of natural garden zen colors. And 2.5 inch strips for the sashings. And then I use little pieces of the fabric for little cornerstones. And here's what's happened. It kind of got pushed to the side a little bit because I had a bunch of other projects that we've been working on. And now I'd like to finish it. So yesterday I sewed on it for a little bit. And I messed it up. I didn't mean I forgot the little cornerstone things down there. So I think we're going to take that out. So I figured we would chat while I do that. It'll come out fast. So, what are you doing? Huh? What you got going on? Beautiful Saturday. There's a lot going on today. Lots going on. And so, we tried to get out and get some errands and stuff done. And now, the only thing you have to remember with this, okay, so I used this like linen-y fabric that I had. It's got this real linen feel to it. Oops, let me see. So let's put you over here. Can you believe this mess? Very soft. It's like a linen, or almost gauzy. And here's the only thing. Do you see? It just completely unravels. So you have to be so, oh my gosh, so careful. So we're going to take this out real quick. And then put the last row on. So that's what I'm doing. What are you working on? Did you bring your sewing stuff? What are you sewing? You have to come by every day. You know, we sew together every day. Yeah, I know. Some days not for very long, but you gotta spend some time with it every day, right? And I was talking yesterday, and somebody left me a comment. So if you didn't see the short that I put up with the bees petal quilt, that is completely and finally and totally finished, and she is pretty. Like there's so many mistakes I made on that quilt, and you know what? I don't remember half of them. And so far, nobody else has noticed any of them. So, if you are new to quilting or new to sewing, I just think that it's really easy to get totally wrapped up in all the tutorials and everybody's opinion, and it'll drive you nuts. Get your sewing stuff out, find a pattern that's beginner friendly, and make it. And don't worry about the number of projects that you start that you have not finished, because you're going to have a lot. Anyway, tomorrow is our live Sunday morning, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and we do a giveaway every single month. At the end of the month, we do a giveaway. And the only thing you have to do is post your finished project on our Facebook page, which is 1/4 Inch Seam Original, and or here on our YouTube page on the community post. You have to go to the community post tab, and you do that, but you have to do that on a mobile device. So for YouTube to post on the community section, you have to do it from a mobile device. So phone, iPad, whatever. Go and post whatever you have finished. If it was a placemat, then go and post it. Gosh, I hope I'm not getting sick. Sound kind of nasally. I can't seem to shake it the last couple of days. All right, let's see here. Oh, and a huge thank you to Robin Long from California, because Robin Long, who did these, Robin Long is donating our October giveaway. So cool. I left my water way across the room. Okay. Thanks. This stuff, I'll tell you what, look at this. It just, I think I may have to throw a little, gosh, I don't know. Maybe a little glue or something, because the whole edge just keeps unraveling. Be so careful. I was so mad when I figured out what I had done. And here's the problem. I got to take it off the other side too. But for right now, we're not going to worry about that. We're going to use the other row that I have and do that one. Okay, so that one's off. So this is the good big part. Okay, that goes there. Now, let's get the sashings in between going. Huh? Lost the mouse. Okay, now we'll do this. We'll We've already got it threaded up from yesterday. However, so I've got a different hook on here right now. I mean, a different foot on here right now. I don't know, you have my other foot. I'm wondering if this is supposed to be like a 1/4-inch foot. I'll have to pull it off now and show you guys again. Maybe this is supposed to be my 1/4-inch foot. What was I using before? Just some random foot? It wouldn't surprise me if that's what I was doing. All right, let's see. Okay, here she goes. Something's not straight. Oh. Okay. Okay. Now, this one's got to go the other way. Let's turn, there we go. There you are. Hello. I hadn't, the last couple of days, and I think it's more for my mental clarity than it is for yours. But I've been talking about like what projects I'm going to start, what I'm going to work on, and then I've ended up now I'm working on something that wasn't even remotely on the list. I had no intention of working on this project, but like here's the deal: it's almost done. Oh, it's so close! It's so close to being done, and oh, well, wait a minute. Now I don't remember if I bought the backing for this yet. So it might not be quite as close as I thought. But if you ever are using something like this, that is a, where are my clippers? Here. If you're ever using something that is a gauzy like fabric like this, you got to be careful around the edges. In fact, my advice would be, if I could go back a little bit, my advice would be to probably use a slightly bigger maybe a slightly larger seam allowance. Whoops. Sashing first, Angela. Sashing first. You know, just to give yourself a little, there were some, at the beginning of this quilt, there were definitely some and because it's kind of a simple pattern, I think you could do that and not really affect anything. You know what I mean? If you were to go just a bigger 1/4 inch, or even if you went a little bit larger than that, as long as you were consistent, everything will shape out in the end. Everything will work out in the end because all of your blocks will be done the same way, same dimension. Okay. Now, your turn, sweetheart. Just does not want to line up. All right, there we go. Oh my gosh, we had so much fun yesterday. We went to some of you have heard of villages. We went to one of the villages, big community, kind of community areas. So they have shopping and restaurants and all that kind of good stuff. And we had the most fantastic time. Oh my gosh, they had, and they do this a couple of times a week, which is fantastic. I mean, it really, really is. It's so much fun. So music, and it was nice. We go down there quite a bit, but because it's super close to us, half hour. And we went a lot during the summer. However, okay, now what I'm going to do is one more piece of sashing on here, and then start at the bottom. Oops. And then do my cornerstones in the longer pieces. Okay. Okay. All right, let's see here. Get you on there. Fantastic music. They always have bands going. And then, you know, in the summertime, gosh, this summer was just so hot that, you know, at times it was just too hot to be out there. But last night was heaven. It was so fantastic. Oh my gosh, the weather was perfect. And so we walked around. They had a little bit of a car show. Oops. Now I've got to cut some more of these down so that we can do the sashing with the cornerstones. So I'm going to do that real quick. Don't forget our live tomorrow, and don't forget to go and post your pictures, because we might have a little surprise tomorrow for those of you that posted your pictures. Don't say. Okay, now, how big were those pieces? Ten and a half. Okay, so we're going to do these 10 and a half. And then we had Minnie with us, which is, Minnie is always with us. So we, there's a really good Thai restaurant, and we don't have a really good Thai restaurant close by us. So there was a really good Thai restaurant there, and we got Thai. And we couldn't eat inside. Well, they have these tables all over the place. Tables and chairs just out among the whole plaza area. And so we found a table and sat and had a little Thai picnic. It was fantastic. What a nice, fun evening. Oh my God. So relaxing. Okay, now I got my 10.5-inch strips. Okay, let's put some little corner pieces on. I tell you what, there's nothing that'll lower your blood pressure quite like coming into your sewing room and sewing for a little bit. Just now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go outside and watch see what. because we have a busy week ahead. And so we try to spend as much time together as possible. I know. Too cute. Just too cute. Okay, 1. But I think tomorrow, I could go to the grocery store, but I think tomorrow, if I can get back in here, we'll start the applique project, our Halloween applique. Otherwise, it's not going to be done. So we really got to get going on that, Angela. Okay. I will say this. Gosh, this stuff goes fast. You know, that's one thing that I will say is that a lot of times, you know, you've got a project and it just seems like it's taking forever, or it seems like you can't really get ahead on it, or you spend too much time thinking about it, or I don't have the time to work on it. You know, if you have 10 minutes or 15 minutes, go in your sewing room for a little bit. Do something that gives you joy, because you'd be amazed at how much you can get done. That was my PSA for today. Do something you love. I promise you'll get something done. Okay. Ta-da. Got it distracted. He sure does love that tractor. Okay. We have a dilemma now. Our planter, this huge planter that we built, when I say we, I mean Steve built. And now we got to fill it with something. It's got a crepe myrtle in the center of it. Okay, hold on. But it needs something else. It's too much dirt space. And we kind of go back and forth. You know, if you do something, if you put like a perennial in there, I mean, if you put like an annual in there, you'll just be changing that stuff out all the time. And that can get a little pricey, and, you know, you got to keep up with it. So then we thought, well, we could put some, I don't know how you pronounce it, Liriope? I don't know. I'm making a mess of it. Whatever, that stuff, which looks like little tiny green, little small green, like fireworks almost. If we put something like that in there, okay, one more. But if I do that, then I really can't put flowers in there, because you're not going to go back and pull all that stuff out. So, just don't know what to put in there. We thought maybe some birds of paradise. Maybe we'll put some birds of paradise. Ta-da! Sashing is done. Okay. I have to attach this to this now. But I also have to cut one more butterfly. So I'm going to cut my one more butterfly, then attach all this, and then finish tearing out the stuff that I made the mistake on. Don't forget to go on to the, thanks for coming by. Don't forget to go on to the Facebook page and the YouTube community page and post your pictures. And please don't miss tomorrow's live. It's going to be so much fun. Tomorrow we're going to start our applique, and we're going to chit chat. And we've got a surprise coming. I've got a surprise for everybody tomorrow. Something that everybody loves. So be sure to post your pictures tomorrow. before tomorrow, okay? Is that everything? No, remember, only a 1/4 inch seam, unless you're working with gauze and you may have to go over. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.